What's up, Gundam Kitchen family? We got 16 feet of the table of shipment today. Had to use the entire table because we got one of those rare days where we got three categories worth of shipment today. So we got our gaming, we got our Mini Z, and we got a nice selection of Gundams and other Bandai kits, and a good selection of tools and paints. So let's go through this real quick. So starting down with the Mini Zs. These are a couple bodies that have been out for a while, but they were out of the country, so glad to get them back in. Audi R8, beautiful paint job. Supposed to be one of the best bodies for racing. Corvette, nice orange. Also comes with the LED lights. And all-wheel drive, Initial D, old school RX-7. Also got the newest of the touch screen controllers. What's really cool about this, otherwise they have like almost an iPad-like display or iPhone display. You can swap your steering from left to right. Just take that whole part up and on their side, so people who are left-handed probably make it a lot easier for them. And just a few parts came with that. Oh, also this Sylvia. I'm always amazed how they capture the scale look of cars, because I was really worried looking at the pictures that this wouldn't be sleek enough looking, but they nailed it. They don't always look scaled next to each other, but the individual cars are always scaled very well. Also, if you were lucky enough to get one of the mini 4x4s, off-road ones, I got a new shell for the 4Runner. So the red color, if you've already scratched yours up from rolling it or something, you can replace it. And then the big release this weekend. Whew. Marvel Crisis. Got Doctor Strange and Wong, Ant-Man and Wasp. Really cool. So they have them in their super mini forms, and they have them in their slightly bigger form, or human form. Ant-Man doesn't have his giant form yet. Then we also have Ghost Rider. So brand new, comes on the big base. And new game, or new addition to Marvel Champions, the Rise of the Red Skull. Got the starter back in, the Cosmic Terrain, and the mat, which is a new release too. So 3x3 mat for Crisis. And I was able to restock almost everything that has come out that we were missing on the wall. So we are pretty good with that. I think we might be missing one or two items. Also a new Marvel Infinity Gauntlet, which is based off of Love Letter games. I hear it's one of the best renditions of Love Letter, so if you like that style, you might really like this one. And then all the little cute SDs and Bear Guys and Haros. Tons of the Mushu ones. I was able to really rack up on those. Yep. So a couple SDCSs and that hilarious amphibious set down there. Also, what we got tools wise, so we got since I've been doing a little putty work and epoxy work, I figured try some new stuff out. So Mr. Hobbies has two different versions of putty I was able to get a hold of. This one is interesting because they really showed us like very useful for modeling like what we're doing. So I mean, they actually are building out vents. I don't know how easy that is, but I would like to play around with it and see. Then we got this one, which looks very similar to the Tamiya one I've been using. The putty itself seems a little more aerated, so it'll be interesting. I want to try that out. And we also got the Mr. Basic tool set back in. We got our hobby saw and a jig, so that's really cool if you need to cut on angles and stuff like that. Do miter cuts and all that good stuff. Great for that. Cut up your styrene perfectly, especially the thicker pieces if you're doing like build-ins or something like that. Different type of hobby knife. We got some of the lights in different colors that we didn't have before. This is Zoron's, I think this is their highest end nipper. I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure this is what it was. Yeah. And some more Zona pin vices, and then the drills. Great plastic weld right here. Same guys who make some of the styrene plastic struck, so a lot of people swear by this stuff. And then we got some Bandai kits that aren't Gundam. The Haro, obviously, Gundam. Got the Megamon back in, Ultraman. Got your Nerve Ashes back, so Rekka 7 back in. And this one blew out last week, so I got that back in. And I think that's a good amount of them. I think there's 8 in total, so we got about half of them. And we got the Lobo. Fumina, restock of 30-minute missions because they've been doing really well. This is one of my favorites just because of the colors and the build of it is really cool. Then we got for you old heads or just nostalgia freaks or somebody wants something easy to mess around with and maybe practice painting on, those old school, old G Gundam kits. I mean, what year is this? It's got like 97 or something. 94. Ooh. Some of y'all probably weren't even born yet. All right. A couple of high grades. Of course, that classic camphor, goofs. And then a couple of master grades. So I got a lot of the big box master grades this time. So we got that full burst mode Freedom. We got the Deep Striker. We got the unicorn and the cage. So this is your basic unicorn, but it also comes with that cage. So if you really like a display piece, that'll be nice. Crazy cage. Definitely would suggest painting that up though, because it looks really plain and just plastic. And then making sure that PG wall stays fat, we got the red frame back in and the Strike Rouge, which we haven't seen for a minute. Also got these really nice Mr. Hobby mats, which are cool because they have the scales of like HO, high grade scale, master grade scale, all that's on the mat. So then you got your protractor type stuff. So a lot of cool stuff you can do there. Also trying to start stacking in lacquer. I already got the rack for the Mr. Hobby, so that will begin its own rack with the rest of the paint soon. A lot of you guys are getting into airbrushing, so want to start getting the best stuff for airbrush is lacquer. If you have the ventilation for it, do that lacquer. And we got the very popular panel accent in again. So all set. Oh, also this one. It's getting really good reviews by my customers. I haven't tried it myself, but the Mr. Super Smooth in matte. So you're going to get a smoother finish, which will be good for some things. I'd really be interested if you can add water slides and panel lining to it if it's that smooth. And then just go over that with one more coat of it. That'd be nice. But the disadvantage is if you're trying to do some after effects like the pencils or something like that, you need something that's got a little bit of grit like the regular matte. Also got Surfacer for if you guys want to do that. So Surfacer is before primer. It's help you give you a surface of sand on to make sure everything's nice and smooth. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Peace.